Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. If you've noticed in the channel part, you've noticed that I've changed the name of my channel to Mikey's World of Comics, Movies, and More, which pretty much gives a better feel to it than it was before, with just being that Southern geek. So we're gonna try this. I'm gonna keep it like this from now on. That's gonna be the name of the channel from now on. And this video is like a video. It's gonna be a big video. I'm thinking I'm gonna break it down to a few videos because I have a lot of comic books I've been buying the last few months. It's just sitting around. I need to show, and I think we're gonna break it down to like Marvel, DC, and Independent, then trades, and then back issues or trades and back issues. I haven't figured out how I'm gonna do that yet. But first off, in this video, we're going to start off with Marvel Comics. A lot of these books I have not read yet. Some of them I have read. And we're going to start off with that. We're going to start off with The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 78, the Deadpool Rob Liefeld cover. That's a pretty cool cover. You know, unlike a lot of people, I do like Liefeld's work. I really do. Next up, we have issue number 86 of The Amazing Spider-Man. I love this cover because it's a complete homage cover. I hope I'm saying that right. Homage. Um, it reminds me from the I can't remember what issue it was, but I think it was a Mark Bagley issue. Hope I'm saying his last name right. Of this right here, of the Amazing Spider-Man run he was on. We have the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 88, which introduced Queen Goblin. We have the variant cover to issue number 88, which is the it was the X-Gwen covers for this month. We have Gwen Stacy on there as, I'm guessing, Marvel Girl on there. That's a pretty cool cover though. We have Amazing Spider-Man number 88 Beyond. I guess these, I don't really understand them doing these issues. I consider like maybe being like a half issue or something like that, or an in-between story. I think it's kind of stupid them doing it like this, but they still get the money though. We have issue number 89 of The Amazing Spider-Man. That is a pretty cool ass cover right there. I really do like that. I really do like that cover. I don't remember who did it though. Gleason. I think it might be Patrick Gleason. I'm not sure. If you're wondering, I'm putting them in a box when I get done with them. Then issue number 90 of The Amazing Spider-Man. And then another issue number 90. This is cover B. Then we have issue number 91. And then we have issue number 92 of The Amazing Spider-Man. Then we have another one of the issue number 92 Beyond here. This is cover A. And this is the 92 Beyond cover B. Cover C, which is actually a Mark Bagley cover, which is pretty cool. We also have issue number 93, which just came out this week. This is cover A. And then we have issue number 93, which is cover C, which I think this is the last issue of this Amazing Spider-Man series before they reboot it next month with issue number 1. But that right there, this one right here is like a Mark Bagley cover, which is pretty cool. I like the two Spider-Mans on it. All right. Next up, we have Ben Reilly, Spider-Man issue number 1. And we have Ben Reilly, Spider-Man issue number 2, which is cover A. And we also have Ben Reilly, Spider-Man issue number 2, cover B. Then Ben Reilly, Spider-Man issue number 3. Alright, next up we have Silk, issue number 1. Then we have Silk, issue number 2. I like this cover. Then we have Silk, issue number 3, which just came out this week. And then we have Silk, issue number 3, cover C, which is the, what's it called? Carnage Forever variants. Then we have the Spider-Gwen Gwenverse issue number 1, cover A. Then we have cover B of the same book, Spider-Gwen Gwenverse. I somehow ended up with 2 copies of it, but that's a pretty cool cover there. Then we have a Mary Jane and Black Cat issue number 1 one-shot, J. Scott Campbell cover. Alright, then we have I normally don't buy these, but we have a Venom issue number 5. The reason I got it was the X-Gwen variant of her as Dazzler, which is really cool. We have Savage Spider-Man issue number 1. The only reason I bought this is like the cover B. The reason I bought this was just because this reminded me of the issue Spider-Man number 1 issue that Tom McFarlane did back in, like, was it 91 or 92? That's pretty cool. Alright, next up we have Avengers number 51, which is another Rob Liefeld cover, which is weird because it kind of looks just like the Bobby Dan. Okay. I never noticed that, but look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this right here. I wish Marvel knew of the biggest screw up they did. Look, the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 78 variant cover B. Okay. And here's the Avengers issue number 51, which is cover B. Well, no, 51 ID or something. I don't know. I can't read my 51D, cover D. Look at that. It's the same damn variant cover. I just now noticed this. Believe it or not, I just noticed this. Okay, Marvel, you're going to have to explain yourself on that. You really do. You're going to have to explain yourself. Okay. Next up, Avengers number 52. Avengers number 53. Then Avengers number 54, cover A. Then Avengers number 54, cover C. Then Avengers number 54, cover D. Then Avengers number 54, cover E. Which on the Avengers stuff, I have read the Avengers stuff, and I like this going on with like a bunch of like Avengers of the multiverse, a bunch of different Avengers from different multiverses and everything, and it's a pretty wild storyline and everything, and I'm really enjoying it because it's crossing, it's going over into the original Avengers title, the regular Avengers title, and Avengers Forever, which is right here, Avengers Forever issue number 2, and then Avengers Forever issue number 3. Pretty cool. He's got Robbie Reyes on there, and you get the Ant-Man. The Ant-Man right there is, spoiler for anybody who ain't read this yet, is Tony Stark. And you have Deathlock. Then we have Avengers Forever issue number 3, cover B, which is a pretty cool cover. And then we have Avengers Forever cover 4D, which I've read. Like I said, I've read the Avengers and Avengers Forever stuff, and I'm really enjoying it right now. Next up, we have Alien issue number 9 and Alien issue number 10, which I've caught up on reading the Alien series, and it's not bad. It's not a bad series. I'm waiting since I think Marvel and everything's got the whole deal with the Predator stuff worked out. I think we're supposed to be getting a Predator series later on this year, hopefully. We supposed to got one last year, but due to like all that lawsuit and everything going on with the rights for Predator, they pushed it back. Because I know they had like a bunch of variant covers they were going to offer that month. So we have to wait and see. Next up, we have Devil's Reign issue number 3. Devil's Reign issue number 4. Devil's Reign issue number 5, which somehow ended up with 2 copies of that. And then we have Devil's Reign Superior 4 issue number 2, which that is a cool ass cover there. Then we have Devil's Reign Superior 4 issue number 3. And then we have Devil's Reign Superior 4 issue number 3, cover B, which is another pretty cool cover. All right. Let's go ahead and pull all these out. Okay, next up we have Devil's Reign Villains for Hire issue number 1, which is another book I ended up with 2 copies of. I really need to watch what I buy. I really do. Then we have Devil's Reign Villains for Hire issue number 2. That is cover A. Then we have Devil's Reign Villains for Hire issue number 2, cover B, which that's pretty fun. That's a pretty nice cover there. And then we have Devil's Reign Villains for Hire issue number 3, which is the last issue of that. Next up we have Devil's Reign X-Men issue number 1, cover B. It's the that's not the X-Wing variant. It's a different type of variant there. I don't know which one that is, what that's considered there, but still a cool cover. We have Devil's Reign X-Men issue number 2, and we had Devil's Reign issue number 2, cover B, the variant cover. And then we have Devil's Reign issue number 3, cover B. That was the last issue of that series too. Next up we have the one-shots that came out. We have Devil's Reign Moon Knight issue number 1. We have Devil's Reign Spider-Man issue number 1, cover A. And we have Devil's Reign Spider-Man issue number 1, cover B. And we have Devil's Reign Winter Soldier issue number 1. Okay, now I have read all the Devil's Reign stuff so far. The last issue that comes out this Wednesday. But here's how I'm going to rate that. The main story is really good so far. I hope the ending doesn't peter out like most of the recent like big event stuff. But when it comes to the miniseries, Villains for Hire is most definitely a good read. Those 3 issues were for that miniseries. But Superior 4, I don't see why it even had to exist. A lot of stuff they did in there, I don't think even really had anything to do with the main storyline and everything. I don't even know why they were even thinking about doing that. And I don't recommend that one there. You can buy it if you want to, but you don't have to. The one shots, Moon Knight was a really good one shot. It really was. I did enjoy that one. My second pick on that would probably be the Winter Soldier one, but the Spider-Man one, it was a hit and miss on that one. It really was. It really was a hit and miss on that one. But hopefully the Devil's Reign story will not end sucky. So we'll find out Wednesday when issue number 6 of it comes out. Next up we have Daredevil, Woman Without Fear, issue number 1. And Daredevil, Woman Without Fear, issue number... Wait. I'm sorry. That was issue number 2, not issue number 1. And we have Daredevil, Woman Without Fear, issue number 3, cover A. It's Craven on there. And we have issue number 3, cover B, which is the Stormbreakers cover, which is a pretty cool cover on there. This was another miniseries. I forgot about that one. But this one was good, though. The Daredevil Woman Without Fear, it was really good. I do recommend that one. All right. Excuse me for a minute. I'm trying to grab the next stack of books to do. All right. Next up, we have issue number 2 of Elektra, Black, White, and Blood. I read a little bit of the first issue of that, and it was pretty good. I can't wait to read the rest of it. We also have Elektra, Black, White, and Blood, issue number 3. Which, like I said, I look forward to reading those. Next up, I have Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, issue number 3. And Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, issue number 4. That's pretty fun cover. I like that. And Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, issue number 5. That is cover A. That's a pretty cool looking cover there. And then Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, issue number 5, cover B. Another cool cover. As you can tell, I like buying variant covers. Next up is Ghost Rider, issue number 1, cover A. Ghost Rider, issue number 1, cover H. Ghost Rider, issue number 1, cover K. And Ghost Rider, issue number 2, cover A. And Ghost Rider, issue number 2, cover C. Which I have read these, and they were really good. I look forward to reading more of this right here. They're changing a lot up with Johnny Blaze. I do miss my Ghost Rider, which is Danny Ketch, which is the first Ghost Rider I ever read, which is like way back in the 90s and everything. I do miss him, though. I really enjoyed reading all those there. The old the old Midnight Suns storyline and everything like that they did. Okay, next up we have X-Men Legends issue number 9. X-Men Legends issue number 10. X-Men Legends issue number 11, cover A. X-Men Legends issue 11, cover B, which is a really cool cover. That is not Rob Liefeld. That is, I have no idea, but it is a really good looking homage cover. Then we have X-Men Legends issue number 12, which cover A, which somehow ended up with 2 copies of that. Another one I ended up 2 copies of. And we have X-Men Legends issue number 12, cover B, which is the last issue of this series. But I think they have another X-Men Legends series coming out. Okay, next up is Star Wars Darth Vader issue number 20, cover B. Only reason I got that was because the Mandalorian cover. I kind of stopped buying all the Star Wars stuff after that War of the Bounty Hunter series, which I was told myself I was going to do that anyway. Next up is Fantastic Four issue number 39. Fantastic Four issue number 40. Then Fantastic Four issue number 41, cover B. This is one of the X-Gwen variants with her as Jubilee on the cover. And we have Fantastic Four Reckoning War issue number 1, cover A. And issue number B of Fantastic Four Reckoning War. And we have Reckoning War Trial of the Watcher issue number 1. I did just read these last night, and they were all right. They're kind of slow paced, but what they're doing is they're fixing to get ready to get rid of the original Fantastic Four again and bring in the new Fantastic Four again, which consists of Ghost Rider, Wolverine, Spider-Man, and the Hulk. So that ought to be pretty cool there. But we'll have to see. I'm really seeing Marvel kind of rehashing a lot of their old storylines and everything. But on that Devil's Reign, I was kind of remember there. There's actually going to be another miniseries called Devil's Reign, Luke Cage, City on Fire, which is, I think, was supposed to talk about when he was, because he's running for mayor in the Devil's Reign series, miniseries against Fisk. And I think it's probably supposed to go with that right there and him fighting to save the city and everything. But somehow, some reason, they canceled that one. I was kind of looking forward to reading that. I kind of do like a lot of the Luke Cage stuff. Okay, next up we have Silver Surfer Rebirth issue number 1. 2 copies of that. Got Ron Lim doing the artwork and everything on it, and the covers. Can't go wrong with that. I have issue number 2 of Silver Surfer Rebirth, and issue number 2 of Silver Surfer Rebirth cover B, which is another X-Wing cover. I think she's supposed to be Polaris on that cover. And then issue number 3 of Silver Surfer Rebirth, which just came out, I think, last week. All right, next up I have The Hulk, issue number 3, cover A. Issue number 3 of The Hulk, cover C, which is a pretty cool cover. I love that cover. I always have. Then issue number 4 of The Hulk. That was cover A. And then The Hulk, issue number 4, cover B, which is the X-Wing cover. Her is Rogue. And then Hulk, issue number 5. cover A. And then Hulk issue number 5, cover C, which is the Carnage Forever cover, which is a pretty kick-ass cover. I have read the Hulk stuff. It's kind of weird, but it's been really fun and campy. To me, it's been campy, but it's been a really fun read. But they're fit to start the Banner of War storyline, which crosses over with the Hulk and Thor. So I'm looking forward to that. Next up, I have Wastelanders Black Widow issue number 1. It's a one-shot. I have Captain America and Iron Man issue number 3, cover B. Then I have Captain America Iron Man issue number 4, cover A. And then Captain America Iron Man issue number 5, cover C. All right. Up next we have Thor issue number 21, cover A. Then we have Thor issue number 21, cover D. We have Thor issue number 22. We have Thor issue number 23, which is Carnage Forever cover. We have Thor issue number 23, cover D. We have She-Hulk issue number 1, which cover A, which I ended up with 2 copies too of that one, She-Hulk has been a really good read. Then I have issue number 1, cover B, I ended up with 2 copies of. And then issue number 1, cover G, which is the Rob Liefeld Deadpool variant. And then we have issue number 2, cover A. Then we have the issue number 2, cover B, which is the X-Gwen variant. And then we have issue number 2, cover C. All right. We're getting down to the last of them. All right. Next up, we have Iron Fist issue number 1 of the new Iron Fist series, which is another one I ended up with 2 copies of. That's cover A. Then Iron Fist number 1, cover B, which is another X-Gwen variant. Which I don't know who she is supposed to be. I really don't. And then we have Iron Fist issue number 2, cover B. All right. Now let's get to X Lives of Wolverine issue number 1, cover A. X Lives of Wolverine issue number 1, cover E. Then X Lives of Wolverine issue number 1, cover H. That's a pretty cool cover. Then we have X Lives of Wolverine issue 1, cover I, which is the Mark Bagley trading card cover. Okay, next up, X Lives of Wolverine issue number 2, cover A. X Lives of Wolverine issue number 3, cover E. And X Lives issue number 4, cover C. And then X Lives of Wolverine cover 4, issue number 4, cover D. Then X Lives of Wolverine issue number 5, cover D. Alright, next up we have X Deaths of Wolverine issue number 1, cover A. X Deaths of Wolverine, cover 1. cover H. Issue number 1, cover H. Then we have X Death of Wolverine, issue number 2, cover C. And then we have X Death of Wolverine, issue number 2, cover E. Then we have X Death of Wolverine, issue number 3, cover D. We have X Death of Wolverine, issue number 4, cover D. End up with 2 copies of that one too. And we have X Death of Wolverine, issue number 5, cover D. Okay. Now, here's my opinion on... I've read both those series, and I did not care for it that much. It kind of crossed over with each other each week, and it got kind of confusing for a while. I think I read one issue before the one issue that kind of spoiled a little bit of that issue. But if you do read them, look online and look for the reading order, because I think there is a reading order for them. So, but I'd give them maybe like a 3 out of 4, maybe. You know, it wasn't really that good of a series. All right, now to our last stack. Okay, we have Wolverine Patch, issue number 1. And we have Wolverine Patch, issue number 1, cover B. We have Demon Days, Blood Feud, issue number 1, cover B. We have Punisher, issue number 1, cover A. We have Punisher, issue number 1, cover L. And the Punisher series, that issue number 1 of Punisher, was really, really good. I can't wait to read issue number 2. I hope it's as good as issue number 1. And I hope they keep that storyline going the way it is. I know he got rid of his skull and everything, but he's only doing that because he's like fixing to take over the Hand, and he's using their symbol. But pretty soon, later on, like they always do, they'll give him his skull back on there, so it won't last long. Next up is What If Miles Morales, number 1. I like that cover. We have Shang-Chi, issue number 9. I don't normally buy this. I just bought it for the X-Wing variant of her Gambit. Iron Man, issue number 18D. The reason I got this because it's for the Infinity Saga variant covers. Captain Marvel number 37. Like again, I don't normally buy this. I just got it for the X-Wing variant. Captain Carter, issue number 1, cover A. Captain Carter, issue number 1, cover G. And Strange, issue number 1, cover D. And Strange, issue number 1, cover H, which again I ended up with 2 copies of. I really need to watch what I buy and remember what I buy, and so I won't end up with like 1 or 2 copies of the same cover. Hopefully now, since I'm starting to get all my comics through my local comic shop, starting I think the month of April, I'll be able to hopefully do like weekly comic buys and everything. I'll probably have to start doing them on weekends and everything, but I'll work something out on that myself. Then the next video I'm going to do is going to be feature DC comics and indie comics. And like indie comics, like the publishers who a lot of people don't know about. And then I may do Image too with that. I'm not sure. I may do DC, Image, and Indie and everything. And then after that, I'm going to do graphic novels and back issues. I do know that I have if you can see that little thing behind me, I got some manga books back there. But I'm not going to do a video on that yet because I plan on going back and get some more manga books next week. And I do have like a bunch of orders I placed through the Right Stuff. And I want to do one big, like, giant, like, manga haul and everything. It's not very often I buy a lot of manga, but they had a lot of great sales going on, so I had to pick those up. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoy it. If you like what you see, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, tell me what you like about it. If you are already subscribed to the channel, thank you very much. If you've somehow just somehow popped up on your YouTube channel page to watch and you're watching it and you like what you see, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.